Ho, 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 ho. Welcome, my friends, to Santa's World 365. Today, I'm going to answer some questions about solar, what I'm trying to accomplish at the North Pole. I'm not sure if I'll get to that, but I'll definitely show you some of my stuff. Yes, now, a lot of you have already seen this is a 100-watt CTOLT. I don't know. I've heard it pronounced a million different ways. Kind of a weird spelling and kind of a weird name, but this is a 100-watt solar panel. Right now, I have it connected into my Blue Eddy Elite 10, and it's charging it a whole while it's moving up. It's been a very overcast day. So we get clouds, it drops down, and then the sun peeks through, and it kind of pops up. Right now it's at 35%. 35%. I don't know if you can see that with the sun or not, but it's at 35% charged, and it's 15%, or no, I'm sorry, 15 watts are coming in right now out of that 100-watt solar panel. So you have days like that. I suspect it'll get a lot better. Right now it's at 32 watts coming in because the sun's popping out. Anyway, that is my Elite 10. It's a 200-watt power station is what it is. And next to it is what I call the Big Gunger. The Big Gunger. And it's, if you look at this Elite 10, it's got one 120 outlet plug on the side. This one has two in the front, plus it has, what's it got, 12-volt socket. That's for your like cigarette charger thing, and all kinds of good stuff. And you can see, hopefully you can see that yellow plug there. That's where the solar goes in. So, yes. I'm going to show you something real quick because this is kind of important. Not kind of important, it's very important. Hopefully you can see it. On the side, it will tell you what model this is. It's the A Power 1000. It's by Citolity. And it tells you all this stuff on the side, but the important thing to really look at, well, one of the important things to really look at is the solar charging. So it solar charges with the XT60 plug, which is the yellow plug, and 12 volt, 48 volt, 500 watt max. Okay, so if you get a charger like this, and let's say you buy a 450 watt solar panel, you can't use it. Okay, you can use any panel under 500 with this, or a combination that will get you to 500. That Elite 10, 100 watts. The most you can plug into it. I cannot plug a 400 watt solar panel into that Elite 10. So those are important to know, because if you don't know those things, you can really give yourself a little grief. Now, I plan on getting another solar panel, probably a 400 watt solar panel. Now, I'm talking portable solar panel. And then I can daisy chain that with this 100 watt solar panel to bring this to the 500 watt max. Now, when you're charging these power stations, the more the better, the bigger the better. You want to go with the max that you can, because it'll take, depending on the day, like today, it's been sunny for a minute and then cloudy for a minute, and I'm in the North Pole, so it's what it is. Anyway, so I love this stuff, but I suggest you get into it. I did want to show you. Now, this is a 65 watt panel, and this is kind of cool because it folds into little 8 folds, and you can literally put that in your backpack, no problemo. It's got a nice carrying handle. But here's what's kind of cool about this. Now, the 100 watt panel that I have has the same thing. I got cats, so I get cat hair everywhere. It's got an inverter attached to it. Now, you got to be careful, because if you want an inverter, you have to make sure that the panel that you buy has an inverter. Okay, well, this one does, and it's got a C plug and a USB-A plug. And then this little plug here is to connect to the Elite 10. But it's kind of crazy because this green light's on. It's not even unfurled, but the little bit of sun that's getting through to the panels here actually shows that it's working. So kind of nuts. So yes, if you want to be able to charge things via inverter, then you have to get this. Although every power station has an inverter. So if you get a solar panel or a couple of solar panels and you have one of these power station, or if that's the plan, then yeah, you don't really need to have the inverter on the panel. So, and I wanted to mention, I'll probably do another video on this topic. This is what's called a power bank. Man, I got cat hair. So many cat hairs. I'm surprised this stuff hasn't caught on fire. A solar bank. This is a 50 milliwatt hour, however it's done. And it's kind of nice. And you can plug in, like I was charging my phone earlier with this. Anyway, Admiral Murano. If you don't know Tony Murano or Admiral Tony Murano, some people refer to him as Texas Daddy. Go check him out. He said to me, he goes, just get these battery packs. And I'm like, yeah, no, I know a lot about battery packs. And I can tell you that solar is the way to charge these even. Because free power, I'm all about the free power. You can get this and plug it into an outlet, just like you would plug your phone in and charge this up. And yeah, that's great. I prefer to get this and plug it into a free source of energy. Yep, a free source of energy. Anyway, so when you get these, it'll tell you how many watts are coming in, how many watts are going out. If you're just charging and you don't have anything connected to it, then you don't have anything going out. But yeah, I mean, it all depends on how much sun you have. People ask me all the time, well, how long does it take you to charge that big Gunger you got? Well, the thing of it is, it depends if it's a cloudy day. I want to do a review on this. This was the first big dog that I ever got. And it's kind of funny because in a very short period of time, it's really no longer a big dog compared to what they have out now. But I'll do a review on this when it's not sunny, because I don't think you can see the LED screens. But this has two C connector, C plugs. One's a 100 watt and one's a 22.5 watt. And then it's got four. It's turning off on me because I've not got anything plugged into it. It's got four USB ports. So yeah, how awesome. I can tell you that this thing plays a big role in my life because I'm trying to experiment with what all this can do for me as far as making power free. So for example, I make coffee every morning or I make tea every morning using this. And I've been doing that for probably a month now. I've got a craft that boils water. I do pour overs for coffee, and of course with tea, you just fill the mug with hot water and put the tea bag in. But yeah, I mean, I've been finding ways to use the sun to generate electricity and store it with this basically a giant battery, and then using that free energy to replace energy that I was paying for that was on the grid. And I won't get into this with this video, but my plan is to become an off-gridder. I mean, not to where I'm not relying heavily or at all. Actually, at all would be the plan on the Edison companies, because they do us dirty every chance they get. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited about doing a review on this. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't crazy money. I think everybody could do this even if you had to save for it, which is a novel concept, I know. But there are things about this particular model that are kind of weak spots. But I mean, it's been a pretty good one. Anyway, blah blah blah. Get into the whole solar build at some point this summer. I plan on starting the build that will replace all the electricity. At least the plan is all the electricity for the house. And I'll have batteries and solar panels and all of that stuff. And I'm hoping to do it on camera for you guys so you can see it. I've watched a million videos. I don't believe it's crazy hard. Of course, you have to be careful because you're still dealing with lots of electricity. And yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that's all I got. Admiral Murano, thank you for chiming in. I suggest you get one of these e-fuels. because they're awesome, and 50,000 is the way to go. I see people all the time getting battery banks, and they're like 5,000 or 10,000. I'm talking milliamps, and I'm like, why would you not get one with at least 50,000? You know, if you go to Best Buy today, you're going to find them at 60,000 and up. So, and I'm talking milliamps, not dollars or anything like that, but they're not that expensive. I don't remember what I have two of these. I don't remember what they cost, but they were not a lot of money. I am all about generating free electricity from the sun and storing that free electricity in every form of battery you can imagine, including these guys. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. Please share this video and like this video, comment on this video, all of that stuff. This will go up on my TikTok first, Santa's World 365, Santa's World 365. And then, I don't know, a few days later or a week later or whatever, I'll put it over on my other social media sites. But thank you all who have been supporting me. My voice is getting a lot better. I still got a long journey ahead of me. I wouldn't mind trying a live fairly soon, but Scotty DTV's in town, and, you know, he's my boy. Been knowing him all my life. And so we got plans this week. In fact, I'm going to hook up with him here in about 30 minutes. But if I can squeeze in a live, I will definitely squeeze in a live. All Video Sports Fan, big shout out to him. He just went over 1,000 followers, which is awesome. And he's also my moderator. For those of you who don't know, when I do lives, he moderates my lives and does a fabulous job. But anyway, that's all I got. Everybody take care. Hopefully you guys get into this whole solar thing with me. I got to be honest with you. After the holidays, after the Santa main gig is up, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. But I started getting these solar things. I'm like, this is awesome. So anyway, that's all I got. Everybody take care. Peace. Oh, don't forget, listen to my voice. Santa's World 365 out.